TMS, exercise, movement, is one of the most important things in life in general. Scratch TMS, exercise. My whole life, I quit playing sports when I went to ninth grade because I was so over it. My whole life, baseball, soccer, football. My mom had me in all the sports, right? And I hated that shit. I hated working out. I couldn't stand it. I lived in Elsinore, which is hot. And they wanted me to do Hell Week. And I was like, no, not doing that, right? Running in 110 degree weather. Absolutely not. That was the end of me working out. I think, what are you, 13, right? Until I was 40 years old, there was literally no exercise, none. I mean, yeah, I would ride dirt bikes and stuff like that, but nothing on a consistent basis. When I was in the TMS chair and I started sleeping better and waking up at a decent time, right? And getting pure sleep. I woke up, I'd roll over and I'd just be scrolling on my phone, and that started driving me nuts. So I started doing push-ups. And when I started, I couldn't do 10 push-ups. Swear, it was crazy. And that made me mad, right? So I literally worked myself up to being able to do 10 push-ups. And then eventually I could get my 10 push-ups, and it turned into 30 push-ups. And I just built and built and built. And what I have found, I mean, this is 4 years ago now, is if I don't do these things, right? Because 4 years ago, that's a long time to just consistently work out every single day. So I do have days when I'm not working out, right? What I have found is today, if I don't work out, my day sucks. Simple. And because you can't consistently work out every day, what I've found is just going on a walk in the morning will suffice and still stimulate the neurons in the brain and pretty much does the same thing. What it turned into, and the beauty that I found with exercise, especially first thing in the morning, is if you're stimulating your mind first thing in the morning, you will sleep better, which again correlates directly with TMS, with the treatments that you're receiving, and the benefits overall. If we sleep well at night, you're giving your brain a true chance to reset. You are allowing the neurons to fire properly, realign, neuroplasticity to take shape in a way that's going to benefit you. And that's what this is all about, right? The whole point of all of this is we've lived away for so long, and I don't know about you, but it wasn't working for me anymore. And I had to make a change. Luckily for me, I had an amazing doctor who was very patient with me and kind of would just drop little hints because he knew I was stubborn. He knew it's my way, And so he was very patient with me, and he would just drop little hints. And the further I got, the more push-ups I would do. Eventually I bought a bike, and I got on it and I would ride. And I think I started off, I found like a 5-mile ride from my house. I would do that 5 miles, and my day would just be amazing. When it was time to go to sleep, I'd lay my head on the pillow, out, knocked out. My wife used to hate it because she was used to me not going to bed, and she would lay down, we'd cuddle, right? And she'd pass out. She'd start snoring before I'm even close to sleep, which drove me nuts. And now it was the opposite. Now as soon as my head hits the pillow, I'm out, right? So she would even come in. If I laid down, she would come and kiss me because she knew I was going to knock out. Eventually, it was a 10-mile ride first thing in the morning. Then it was a 15-mile ride first thing in the morning. And as I progressed, I realized that life is a journey, number one. TMS is a journey. And if you're not pushing yourself just a little bit every single day, you'll never realize the potential that you have, the potential that is truly being wasted, because we are capable of amazing, amazing things. And sometimes we're just so stuck in our hole that we can't see it. It was actually at a point in my life that I didn't want to try, because if I tried and I failed, I'd be disappointed in myself. And you can only take so much disappointment in yourself, you know? So eventually it was just like, why even try? Even with my sobriety, that's the same reason I stopped trying to get sober, is because I couldn't do it. And I had convinced myself that that's not a possibility. I'm almost 4 years sober today. One thing that always came to my mind when I'd be on my bike, like, Kyle, just go a little bit further. Just go a little bit further. When I was doing my push-ups, Kyle, go to 32, go to 35, right? I got to a place where first thing in the morning, I'm doing 1,000-calorie workouts. First thing in the morning. My gym in my house has grown. I started literally just doing push-ups. I bought a pull-up bar. I have a full Smith machine in my gym now, and it's right there in my house. The same guy who quit high school football, that actually didn't start high school football because he was sick and tired of working out. I start my day with that. And we did a video on here one time with Goggins talking about starting your day with the suck. And I do believe that that is why my days are so amazing, because when you start your day with that suck, man, well, what's coming for you, man? Who's going to throw something at you that's truly going to affect what you do in that day? My morning sucked ass. You're not going to do anything that's going to affect me today, you know? And it's a better life. But it literally all started for me with TMS, tuning the brain, retraining my brain to think proper thoughts and to be positive. I mean, you see me on here, right? You probably think I'm just this optimistic guy. It has not always been that way, man. I've been in very, very, very dark places for a lot of years of my life. And there was times I never thought that there was a way out. There was times that I thought about ending it because there was no way out. But today, I'm not even close to those things. Today, when something comes, I kind of chuckle because I know it's going to pass and I know that I'm going to get through it. And again, it just comes down to my brain is tuned. My thoughts are proper. My exercise routine is a humongous part of my journey. And I get some of you out there are injured or whatever it may be. And a lot of people that I work with, right? We do yoga in bed. You Google yoga in bed. There's tons of videos that you can exercise with limitations. This is probably the best way to say that. There are things that no matter what your situation that you can do. And even if you can't today, maybe you can get a little closer tomorrow. And then I promise, if you're doing that in 5 days, in 10 days, 30 days, you're going to be even closer. And the closer and closer you get to it, the better you're going to feel, the more you're going to want to reach that goal. And once you hit that goal, move the goalpost a little bit further. I promise you, it's a better life. It's a more fulfilling life, and your brain will truly appreciate it, which in turn is just going to benefit you, man. So join me on this healthy journey. If you need help, drop a comment, like, follow, share, subscribe, all those YouTube things, right? And let's live a healthy life together. I know I'm not the only one. So if you're on this journey, comment, let's talk, share with me what you've done to benefit your life through this process. I'd love to talk to you guys. With that, thank you.